Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1. Last time, we saved ourselves by defeating the giant robot, and then we had some very strange scenes of KOS-MOS serving drinks, and I don't know what's going on in this game anymore. Anyway, we're on tour duty, so this is cabin number 2. And yes, this one is kind of designated as the women's dorm room or cabin or whatever they want to call it. Momo, people do need their privacy. Anyway, so we've got a roommate. There we go. And Ziggy's fallen asleep. Maybe we should call it a day. No, do not call it a day. I have no idea about that. I stay up too late some of the time, and other times I go to bed too early because I'm just exhausted. Anyway, let's show off one more room. I'm wondering, maybe I should put like a song in the background. I don't know what song it would be. Probably something from Xenogears or something like that. But it's kind of dull being on this dull, droning ship sound all the time. Originally a luxury space cruiser, and considering I think it said Captain Matthews won this or stole it from a like a criminal organization, that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, enough of that. Let's move up here. Maybe I'll just throw an OC remix track on here from something. I don't know. Let's talk to Trankoff here real quick. I think he's down here. Anything interesting to say? Got the devil's own luck, huh? I wonder why. Anyway, enough talking to the scary dude that's sulking over in the corner. There is a droid over here still, and that's about it. If you haven't gone back already, let's just take a look in here real quick. Where are the key items? There they are. No save file. If you didn't already go back to get the file or the doors that we got, this one and that one, then you could go back and do it now. Of course, now we have a full party. Not that you needed to go back and get those. I just got them earlier because it was easier. Might as well show them the bridge while we're around here. Then we want to go down to the lower deck. This is the bridge. And yeah, there's just a whole bunch of seats, and that's all she's talking about. I don't think there's anybody even in here right now. No, everybody's on break, must be running on autopilot. Anyway, I'll meet you downstairs. Okay, there we go. And I believe there's a cutscene somewhere around down here. Blow up some of these things just to see. Does this say anything? No, probably not. Can I go down here now? Ah, they've opened this up. Now, I would like to... This is probably the long way, but we'll take it anyway. I don't think any of these have anything new at this stage. Doesn't look like it. There were two that I would probably like to check on, but I will do that after. I think there's a cutscene in here, actually. Yep. This is a vacant room. Sure. All sorts of supplies. Might even have a maintenance bed for a cyborg. Well, would you look at that? Anyway, I'm going to go up this way, and I forgot about that. But yeah, we definitely want to get this email. That's one of the ones that is important. This one. VentureLink allowed something dividend. We got $4 out of this one, and we got 10% off Eggs Weapons. Now, we chose VentureLink. If you chose one of the other ones, it would have been a flat $6. If you'd chosen the other one, it would have been 2 speed stims. Not that it really matters too much. I chose this one because it helps us get a new tech for, or I think it's actually a weapon for KOS-MOS later in the game. So yeah. Anyway, it was automatically downloaded. We don't have to download it, so that's good. We got money. Money is always good. Anyway, unless there's another cutscene, I will meet you in the where we met Momo and them in that area. By the catapult, that is. Anyway, yeah, this is where we got them before. Yeah. Wasn't ours to begin with. We kind of stole it. Well, that's nice. Anyway, even though it doesn't seem like something you would need to do, no items, okay, good. You actually do want to go all the way down here. Reason is because once we get to the end, we will get another email. This one's important. We do want to read this one. Now we have a new one to reply to. ACM. For doing them, I think you get 4,000 G and 10% off something or other. I can't remember what. This one you get 8,000, and this one, the one we're going to do again, because Vector seems to be the best choice every time it's available, is a decoder of some sort. It's just something we need for a quest later on, as well as that same 10% discount. I think it's off of eggs, accessories, or something like that. Anyway, you need 2,000 in order to do that, and considering we just got 4,000, we should be more than good. Anyway, choose to invest in Vector, and we should be good to go. And that should be the 28th email that we have, and yeah, so make sure you have that. Now, I don't think there's another cutscene here, but I'll go all the way to the end just in case. Okay, I will meet you in the eggs hangar where we met Tony for that quest before, and where the egg shop is and all that stuff. And this is the eggs hangar. One of our prototypes. Surprisingly, it doesn't have a whole lot of significance to this game. It's not like any of the gears were in Xenogears. The mechs in this game are pretty much just bland. Hammer is very interesting, that's for sure. Anyway, let's head down here. I think there's additional cutscenes if we go talk to KOS-MOS's room there, and I'm going to go check to see if the two boxes below are of any different objects now that we've gone past the invasion stage. There we go. Well, would you look at that? Does she sleep? I wonder. Well, isn't everyone just being super, super nice? Anyway, there might be one more scene in the bottom area where we fought that boss. If there is, I will show that one. If not, I will meet you upstairs. I think at this point we just need to go take a nap. Are there items in here? There are not. Okay. Now, do note that Chaos actually does have access to an eggs. They were kind of mentioning that before, and we could have made use of it in the boss fight from the last episode, but there's not a whole lot of point to doing so. I'm not a big fan of using the eggs in this game, just because you don't have to, and it really isn't necessary. It could make that fight a little easier, but oh well. Some sort of accelerator room. Yeah, I have a feeling a lot of this ship has been done with black market parts from before he even had hold of it. Remember, it was owned by a criminal organization ahead of time. Anyway, I will meet you upstairs and we'll go take a nap in Shion's room. Okay, while I was off screen there, I sold all my excess items that I got from the battles there, the scrap iron and the junk circuit A. I was able to accumulate, I think it was about 14,000 G out of it, which was nice. And we might as well just make a little save file here. And I'll make a new save file, why not? There we go. One other thing I did is I also unequipped all regular accessories that weren't basic armor from the characters I had access to.
It was very dark, and the wind howled horribly around her. She felt as if she were being rocked gently like a baby in a cradle. Huh. All's quiet after the storm. There's no trace of anything. Over.
And we're introduced to a new character. Is this another character or another group of characters that we're going to get to control?
I wonder, does that lake of darkness where Nero does his fishing look something like this?
I think he's referencing something.
You're quite the poet today, little master.
But I don't remember off the top of my head.
Where do you come up with this stuff, huh?
And we have a southern girl.
Read some books, Mary.
The Little
It's good for
Master.
you.
Books are made from paper, little master. And they're such a pain to carry around.
Paper and stone tablets last longer than optical data, you know. Besides, reading a book helps me get to sleep. How's the sensor readout? Anything showing up?
Nothing at all. It's as if even the atoms are at rest.
Not even gas or dust? If it was a giant flare, it should have at least left behind some high-energy particles.
What are you investigating?
How could that be? An entire planet was here just a little while ago.
Now, if you remember when we invaded Pleroma with Ziggy, Margulis was doing something, and Pellegrini was saying, one of his subordinates was saying that there are people on that planet that just went kablooey. So yeah, I think they're talking about that.
Retrieving Little Master. Open Cargo Bay 6.
Opening Cargo Bay 6.
Those look
Opening
familiar.
Cargo Bay 6.
Those almost look like they were, kind of, sort of like Momo. At least in terms of size and somewhat
Let's go.
facial structure.
Keep up the pace, everyone. We still got work to do.
And we get to meet the Little Master.
Hey, welcome back, little master.
Yo. Ariadne's completely vanished.
Yeah,
It
now we
doesn't
can
seem
see
like
why
it was
it's used a
destroyed.
little.
It's almost as if someone is hiding it somewhere.
Hiding it? Where would that be?
Who knows? The best way to find out would be to ask the person who's hiding it.
No
Shelley?
doubt.
It's very slight, but I'm getting a reaction from the primer. No question about it.
Primer,
Some
huh?
kids playing with matches, maybe? What happened to that fleet anyway?
We haven't heard anything since we picked up that distress signal 6 hours ago.
From who?
Gnosis, huh? They must have been totally wiped out.
Not necessarily. When the little ones play with fire, you know their folks can't be too far behind.
Oh, I get it. So you reckon that the mama's gonna show up soon?
Exactly. Change course. Proceed to the last known coordinates of the Federation fleet.
Ah, so it's the Federation fleet's signal that they were following there. Maybe they weren't talking. Well, I guess they were talking about the planet that we saw get blown up. But speaking of
They
Margulis,
underestimated him by thinking he was just a relic from an age gone by. In regards to the information leak, we traced it to the Special Ops Intelligence Bureau.
I know that voice.
We're currently looking into how they discovered the route to Proloma.
He is one
I
of the
apologize
ones
for the trouble.
on the subcommittee.
It's inevitable. There will always be vermin. I'll leave their extermination to you.
Very well.
Looks like Utika's
So, you really think they will show up?
got their fingers
Oh,
in
they'll come.
the
After
subcommittee
all,
there.
that's the reason for their existence. It also happens to be Miltia's Achilles' heel.
Oh, incoming transmission.
I'll handle the negotiations with the military. I leave the rest to you.
I wonder if that's Steve Bloom doing the voice acting there.
Commander,
I'm not sure.
Cherenkov.
It's a little off
is
from
it?
what he normally does, but sounds
The
similar in a
Zohar
way.
was taken by the Gnosis. But I managed to secure the 100 series Realian. It's currently on board a cargo ship, headed for the Miltian star system. I believe it is the same one you had secured on Priloma. What do you...
Just stick to your duties.
What?
Don't do anything beyond the scope of your mission. We've already confirmed all the variables.
Really?
The situation is proceeding according to plan.
But sir...
Return to headquarters at once. I'll deal with you then. Understood? Get the registration of the ship that signal came from. Track
Yeah.
Cherenkov's marker.
Probably a good idea.
You just love barking out those orders, don't you, Margulis?
Music to my
Show a
ears.
little love to your dogs, or else they might bite you one day.
You're one to talk.
The prototype belongs to me. I've grown bored with these Kirschwassers.
I think that's
So you're
German for
going?
cherry brandy or
I
something.
think I'm more likely to succeed than your dogs. Ah, yes. Feed me your hostility. Pierce me with your hatred.
No, wait.
Don't worry. I won't get in your way. We're working toward the same goal, right?
One of my favorite characters in this entire game. You'll learn why later.
Ah, Momo. My adorable little Pesh.
Clever. Pesh, of course,
Is it
being
wise to
French
leave
for
this matter
peach.
to him?
Momo being Japanese for peach.
I'm not leaving anything to him. He has his uses, that's all.
And who exactly is he? Well, we're not going to find out right now. Don't worry, we'll learn more about this guy later. He's not my favorite character from one scene alone. Okay.
This ship's been gutted down to the core. Looks like a carcass of a beached whale.
Funny
It's not
considering
much
it
better
fought a
up
beach
here.
whale.
There's no sign of life at all. Just a bunch of egg scrap.
Figures. It's like diving into shark-infested waters with a big juicy steak.
Nice reference. Nice metaphor. I like it. I like how we get more creepy music. This time in a completely different setting.
Bingo! I've found the remains of a Zohar security ring. I guess this is where they were storing it. Shelly, set the sequencing primer.
Roger. Initiating primer walking. Analyzing gate in wake.
If they're already out of range, we're out of luck. Let's hope they're still hanging around nearby.
I can't believe you're hoping those things are still here. Aren't you scared, little master?
Heck, there are plenty of things in this world scarier than the Gnosis.
Really?
How is it? Have they already
Well,
gone over
yes,
to the
there
other
is,
side?
but
Just hold your horses there, little master. I'm in the middle of analyzing.
What? What is it?
Emergency alert! Looks
uh-oh.
like someone got here before us.
Gotta love how the music builds.
Completely surrounded.
Using short jumps, huh? That's pretty damn clever.
Little master, are they?
Yeah, no question about it. They're from UTIC.
Makes sense. Durandal. We have a new ship named. Bang, bang. Alright, and so we do have a new character. This guy is the Little Master. Of course, this is a reference back to, as you can see, they don't do a whole lot. This is a reference back to Xenogears, where we had the young master, Mr. Bart. Now, I don't remember what's particularly strong against these guys, but square attack, really? I didn't one-shot them. These are the same guys that Shion and company were fighting before. Use a triangle attack. Does that do more damage? Not when they're guarding. Doesn't really matter, they don't deal any damage, so I'm not all that worried. But yeah, you can see they're just going to keep hammering away on me, and I'm going to keep hammering away on them. I'll be able to do 2 attacks now, since I won't one-shot them. I'll just do it there. Because if you notice my attacks on my turn here, I'm just going to turn on fast forward. If you notice, they only use 3 AP, so as soon as I hit him for a critical, that's nice. Alrighty. Aw, come on, 3 HP left. Yeah, they all have 150 HP. Anyway, enough of that. And even before we actually learn his name, they spoil it on the victory screen. His name is Junior. We'll learn the significance of that later. And now that's one of the reasons why I sold the scrap iron that I had, because I had like 80 some of them, so I didn't want to lapse over, so I sold all the ones I had because I knew I'd be fighting additional enemies that had similar drops.
Whoa, hold up! Trying to cover up the evidence?
Little Master, you've got to hurry back. Their mothership is coming.
Yeah, you probably don't want to stay in there. I think that was the Woglinde. Looks like Junior managed to escape with a little time to spare, but not a lot. Nice ass shot.
Welcome back, Little Master.
What's the situation?
It's a standard attack vessel. Unknown registration. All weapons are at Condition Zebra. Interlocks removed. Awaiting orders, sir.
He's in charge, eh? And that's a pretty big ship. Okay, that's a lot of big ships. And they're shooting at us. Great.
Shields.
Why weren't they already active?
10 seconds to impact.
All 100 series. Sub-channel
Yeah,
into
I
the
said they
high
looked
velocity
kind of
cannon
like
system.
Momo. Momo's the prototype.
High-velocity cannon system complete.
Enemy photon torpedo on the port side. Impact imminent.
Photon torpedoes!
The shield is still holding.
Good.
Man, all we were doing was investigating the scene. You'd think they could just leave us alone. Match course and speed.
Course and speed modified. Ready to fire.
Is that part of the machine?
Take this.
His eyes seem to be glowing too. I don't know if that's part of the machine or not. Well, maybe he's just not human. Who knows? And Durandal used rapid fire, and it does lots of damage, and it forces them to run away. So I guess you could say it's super effective.
Look at that, Little Master. They're already starting to play.
Of course.
The enemy mothership has begun its retreat.
It'd be nice if we could just let him go.
But we're not, are we?
But we can't do that, can we?
So...
Give him a little nudge.
And when he says a little nudge, you know what that means.
Set engines to ramming speed.
Seriously?
Penetrate the port side and prepare for combat.
He's gonna ram his ship into the other ship. Then again, with a shape like that ship, it's probably built for it. Wow. Yeah. That's kind of funny. Take that ship down. Probably should have ended the episode after the battle. I forgot how long this cutscene ran for.
All available terminals and counter any protective measures. Once inside, engage all hostiles. All hands, move out.
The Southern girl is the general. Or so it seems.
Well, shall we head for the bridge, little master? Ready?
All right, let's get this over with and go home.
Sounds like fun. Anyway, with that being said, the reason why I wanted to unequip all of the gear, or as much of the gear as I could from other party members, is so that I could equip it on some of these characters. Not that one. The soldier is so unimportant that I can't even look at any of his stats. And Mary is, again, somewhat of a temporary character, as you can see. She's got high ether attack, though. Main one, Junior, he comes with some gear. Doesn't really matter all that much. We want to give him some better stuff. So let's do that. I think the enemies use beam, so I'm going to put the beam coat on. Same enemies as before, from what I remember. And so I might as well put the spirit pendant on. Now, he equips guns, and he has automatic ammo for those guns. So in a sense, he's a reference to both Billy and Bart from Xenogears in terms of his weapons and his title. Yeah. Anyway, so he's got a few tech points right now, but not a lot. We will be working on setting his tech attacks once we get access to them. For now, he does have an eggs. We could equip this one. He has the same thing on both of them, doesn't he? Yes, he does. So I could use W-Act if I wanted to. I have anti-beam armor, which I could put on there. Sure, why not? That's what I got from the last boss fight there. Nope, I want to go up one more. There we go. Can I put anything else on here? Looks like that'll add some weight. I don't really need that anyway. Probably could be helpful. Who knows? No. Let's see. Can I put that on there? It actually lowers my, that's a different weapon, that's why. I don't think I can put... There we go, I can put that there. Still adds the weight. I'll think about it. I don't know, I probably won't even use the eggs all that much. I know it's required for a couple of battles, but... Anyway, that's all the time I have for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.